Now we will study about the various sources of history. Historians have to use evidence or clues to write history. Until they have evidence, they can't write anything. And they have to give us a complete picture of the past. Have you ever wondered where do they get these clues and evidences from? There are several sources from which we may get information about our past. So we are going to study about these sources. The two main types of sources material are literary and archaeological. First, let us learn about literary sources. Now, what are literary sources? Literary sources refer to any written document. Long ago, before paper were used, books were written on palm leaves or on the barks of the birch tree. Literary works include like religious books, accounts of foreign travelers, and writing on cave walls or stone tablets even. Have you ever seen the picture of stone tablet and what is a birch tree? Okay, let me show you. See, this is the picture of stone tablet. As paper was not available at that time, so people used to write on these stone tablets. This is another example of stone tablet here. This is the picture of birch tree. People used to write on the bark of birch tree. See. So each of these tell us about the social, political, economic and cultural conditions during the time in which they were written. Most ancient books found in North India were written in Sanskrit, Pali or Prakrit. Tamil was mainly used in South India. Several literary sources from the Asian period were written in script that are no longer used and are therefore unknown to us. For example, the Harappans used a pictographic script which historians have not yet been able to decipher. You can see in the picture as well. This is a picture of an Asian palm leaf manuscript. This is palm leaf and people have written during that time on these kinds of leaves. Now, few literary sources are like indigenous works of Indian writers. They have written Harshcharitra and other works written by Indian writers. Secondly, foreign works written by travelers who visited India during different periods, like Indica by the Greek author Megasthenes, the writings of Fahine and other travelers as well, and secular and non-religious texts like Arthashastra by Kautilya and Meghdut by Kalidas are example of these secular literature. Sacred and religious texts, the Vedas or Puranas are considered as sacred texts. Now let us study about the archaeological sources. This is the main source of information for prehistory. Do you know the meaning of term archaeology? Archaeology is the study of the remains of human life in the past. Now, what the archaeologists used to do? They used to dig up the places where ancient people lived. They collect and examine human-made objects like tools, ornaments, weapons, toys, and pottery. As you can see here are the archaeologists. They are excavating a site. That means they have dug up a place and they are finding what is present there. See, this is a picture of gold coin issued by Kumar Gupta showing a goddess. We can even find the jewelry monuments as well. Like coins. Coins, they give us information about the economy of kingdoms and the reign kings. The study of coin is called numismatics. Monuments. Much of our information about art and architectural style are drawn from the study of monuments. Then comes the inscriptions. These are records engraved on pillars, stone walls, and clay tablets. Scribes carved their writings onto stone surface using chisels and hammers. They usually give details of battles won or instructions from the rulers to the common people. Study of inscription is called epigraphy. So, the study of inscription is called epigraphy. And study of coins is called numismatics. Now comes the artifacts. These include pottery, seals, ornaments, tools, weapons, etc. Seals and pottery provide information about trade links between two places. Through tools, weapons, and ornaments, we learn about the lifestyle of people who lived during that time. So, archaeological objects are usually found during excavations at historical sites. They even study grains, plants, remains, and the bones of animals found at excavated sites. Excavated site means archaeologists have digged the sites that are called excavated sites. These can provide further details about food, livelihood, and religious beliefs of the people in those times. As you can see here in the picture again, Ashoka's Brahmi script. This is Ashoka's Brahmi script. So both the resources, that is literary resources and archaeological sources, they both provide information that is required to write about the history. Historians study both literary and archaeological sources together to reconstruct events of the past using clues provided by the various sources. History is thus a systematic study of past events by historians. Now here again you can see this is Egyptian hieroglyphic script. To accurately interpret history, historians must consider all sources available and must not impose their own thoughts or ideas on the information they provide. They should use both types of sources to confirm their interpretation.